Tomaquag Museum was originally founded in 1958 with Eva Butler, who was an anthropologist, and Princess Redwing, who is on exhibit in our museum, who is a Narragansett Wampanoag woman who was our original voice of Tomaquag Museum, along with people like Princess Pine Needles and Tall Oak, Whedon. They were the first person voice of this museum, something that we have kept as we've grown as an organization to make sure that the education for the public is from a first-person perspective.
Being that Rhode Island is known as very much a tourist state, because being right on the ocean and being able, and all the many different things that people enjoy doing here, the beach fronts and the cliffs and whatnot. Give us an idea of how far away some people have come that have actually visited here.
Oh, wow. We've had people from all over the world. We have them from all over Europe. We've had people from Africa. We've had people from Australia and I believe New Zealand. We really have, we calculate each year, like at the end of the year, the people that sign in our sign-in book, we tabulate how many. And one particular year, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, we had 23 states recorded and 14 countries.
I think that's one of the things that it's really important to convey, and one of the reasons why we're engaging in podcasts and externalizing the types of things that people learn and experience when they come here is exactly that, which is a very personal touch. I know that you personally walk people through the various exhibits that are here and explain the history and the foundation and certain things that have happened here in the state of Rhode Island. So
the goal is to share our story much beyond our walls, and through podcasting and offsite programming, we're able to do that through other kinds of social media. We're able to share history and culture of the first peoples of this land.
One of the other really wonderful things that I think people generally sort of take for granted, not in a necessarily a negative way, but it's just here, which are incredible stone masonry walls that just are propagated everywhere inside of Rhode Island, and many people don't realize that a lot of these walls were built by the Narragansett people.
Yes, we have. There's a phenomenal film out called Stories in Stone by Mark Levitt. And he came here and did a presentation, and we watched the film here at Tomaquag Museum. It was very well received. But my husband is from a family of stonemasons. The Spears family is a very renowned Narragansett family, and many of them were depicted in the film, as well as Brown, as a last name, and Stanton, and Hazard, you name it. There's lots of Narragansett families that have done this remarkable stone masonry. But one of the key things about it is it's art to our people. Right. It was a means to an end to provide for your families. But everyone who's ever had a Narragansett stone wall always remarks about how it's really art and that there's passion and emotion in the wall. It's not just something that you throw up. And I think Indigenous Artways ties into all of that. And the reason why the arts are so important in the Narragansett, as well as the whole Native community nationwide, is it intrinsically connects us to who we are and connects us to our history, but also empowers us in this 21st century through the arts. Connecting us to our culture, our history, our heritage, giving us a means to express ourselves, to express the positive things in our culture and community, but also the oppression and difficulties that we have in our communities today. All of that gives us a voice and an outlet and an opportunity to share a piece of who we are through that artwork.
Exactly. And that is an absolutely wonderful expression of ourselves is through art, through music, and again, Indigenous Artways is a collaboration of basically all of those things. And so what we're trying or hope to get your help from here on Patreon is to help us to be able to continue to extend that outside of the walls of our physical museum, which is very beautiful. And we always encourage people, if they're in the New England area, to definitely come by here and look at our exhibits. But we also want to be able to broaden that reach and extend that outwards. And we feel our podcast series is a great way to do that. And so we really would appreciate any type of donation and help that we can do to produce more films, more music events, just anything that we can do to share and create this content for our externalized family and audience. So we do appreciate all of the effort that goes into, and the people that we work with that really put their heart and soul into each thing that they make to express themselves. So these are the types of things and stories that we want to be able to share, and we'll be sharing through this series. So keep an eye on the feed and definitely subscribe and come to our website. It's tomaquagmuseum.org. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't give the website address. She would fire me.
And we're so happy to have you join our circle. We love to embrace new people here at Tomaquag Museum.
Absolutely.
To share a little bit about ourselves with you, and then have you share a little bit of yourself with us. So please join us.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody.
Take care.
Take care.